Tom here. This is the original layout I built, which was 8 foot by 9 foot. And I need to go around and do some documentation, so I figured I'd take you along with me. Basically, I'm kind of looking at polarity, looking at switches, and just documenting all the labeling so that I can remove them. So that's just what we're going to do. This is what we call E6, so it's coming in. And we're going to go through S1, continue along, and switch S2 takes us up to, I'm going to call it incoming, which is a reversing loop S3. Come back here, we have S2, so let's start with S1, S2, S3, cruise around. These are kind of put in order of when I built the layout. Okay, here's 4 and 5. Swing around over here. Keep going, come in up to here, which is switch 6, and that will be the cutoff up to the Kingston mining area. Okay, so there's 6 and my polarity tags. Downgrade we go. And this would be a, what is this? I guess reversing loop, right? Okay, so that's reversing loop over to here, reversing loops. So that's switch 14 and switch 5. So we're looking for 7. Okay, over here, up on the main line, we have polarities, 7, 11, 10. This is all pico. And what do we got here? 58. Well, we're kind of getting out of order. Okay, here's 14. 13 and 14. Okay, so we're cruising around. Got into the main. And come around over here, S9. Take you into the passenger siding. Okay, 48, 49, 50. They go under the layout over to here. Brass tubes, spring steel rods. I do want to change all these out, which we started to do over here. Got a lot of work to do. 59, so now we're into the yard, kind of the industry, I mean. And I did that earlier this year. And we've got S1, S9, S54, not completed, S9. And what do we have here? Okay, so 55, 56, 57, and up along here, 50. So the main line and what I call the freight line continue through. So again, this is more for me. I get everything kind of documented. Back up here. Like I say, the original layout, that was this U shape. I don't know, 3 years, maybe 4 years working on this. And I always thought of expanding, and so when I built the original, I did a little, dummy branch line. And then over here, we now have a programming track. So anyway, I kind of knew I was going to extend, and so off it went. But got all my bridges in. I've been running trains around the new extension, waiting on Digitrack so I can get my AR1 automatic reversing circuits in. And that's kind of what's happening there with the yellow markers. But we have been running trains through the tunnel, cleaning my locomotives. These are all still DC. And eventually they'll be changed to DCC. These on the left here, I call them screamers. These are Kato. And they just get up and go. Then we get into some older Atlas, real slow. Hustle muscles, goes along pretty good. This guy, which I really like, is really slow. And then the Kato again, which really does well. So it's kind of enough, more for me than it was for you. Oh yeah, I did put up a little display here. This would be actual O gauge. And old, original lighted Lionel bumpers, O gauge caboose, and a Great Northern gondola. So I just stuck them on top of my case here. Yeah, so back to drawings, ordering some more sheet covers and another, let's call it a binder, so I can get all my drawings in order, kind of find a look through reference. So there we are. I guess enough, huh? Oh, let's look at these trains. I just started filling up my siding. So I'll give you a shot here. Some of my rolling stock. I guess a Great Northern, Northern Pacific. My favorite. I like the logos. Did buy another beer car. Of course, I don't have a brewery on the layout. I'm going to have to work on that. This was just a shot of perspective. And to do something here on the creek. So, more Great Northern. Got the buildings piled up. Temperatures dropped. That's nice. What else? Doing some HO stuff too. Cleaning cars. And up here, way up here, let's see, where are we here? I think, anyway, I think that one. I have to replace that switch. So it's on my list. Okay. With that, I'll leave you with my favorite logo.